Welcome, welcome, welcome everybody. Come on in. Hello, hello, hello. Happy date night. We do a little bit of housekeeping here. And I will be right with you. The mister is on his way. He is late. I did not put my do not disturb on. Rookie move. Rookie move. Hang on. Welcome Facebook. If you're catching this live on Facebook, hello. If you're catching the replay on YouTube, say hi when you pop in. And let me just move that so I can see comments. Ooh, a bunch of people popped on. Hey Mac, Mary Sharkey, Debbie, Flora, Beth Ann. Welcome everybody. Welcome to Date Night with Mr. and Mrs. If you are new here, I'm Mara LaFay with Vintage Retail Therapy by Mara. And I'm coming to you live from my DIY studio in Fallbrook, California. And this sweater might be way too hot. It's been a little bit overcast today. It feels like it's going to rain, but we're starting a new project. And I'm excited about this one because it's been a while. So for a while, I was kind of stuck on jewelry chests. I did a ton of them. A ton. And I stopped for a while because I got kind of bored with them. But I did find another one. I was actually thrifting in Vegas not too long ago. And I found this one. I don't know about you, but I love being in Vegas on Wednesdays because it's 40% off for seniors at the Goodwill. And I'm never so happy to be a senior other than on Wednesday. So if you saw my teaser pic, this was pink and it had like ballerinas and all kinds of stuff on it. So we painted it just what color did I use? Let me look. Vintage linen from the JRV. That's the color pink it was, which I'm not mad at, okay? I think we're gonna leave it because it's in really good shape. It has this little inset here and it's got like a little secret compartment in there. So that's what we're starting with. I did add, the knobs were plain. I did add IOD molds to that and I couldn't get those two out, so I have the rest of them actually right here. I painted them out. I used the rosettes mold. Let's get the camera down and let me give me a couple of swipes here and see if I can see comments. Not yet, not yet, not yet. So there's one. Hey Robin, how are you, sweet friend? Hey Sheila. All right, let me sit down. Let's get going on this. Rich is not here yet. He is late. He is late, you guys. All right, so this is what we're starting with. Happy date night, Sandy. How's everybody doing tonight? So I made myself some notes. Let me put them here just because I didn't want to forget anything that I was going to do. Let me put my notes there. I think we're going to start with a little bit of decoupage. We have a few new things in the shop. Those of you that are in my private membership group, I did get the angel online. So this is a custom mold that I recreated from this vintage ornament. So this is what we started with. I created a mold and yesterday I actually used it in our membership group and we just painted it out in different colors. I just think she's so sweet, just so sweet. So that's new on our website. We have a few other things, some more. We're gonna be using this tonight. This is mold number 149 on our website under PMM, which stands for pre-made molds. What else are we going to be using? New in the shop is the Pinter Contour Liner in 2 colors. So excited. I've been waiting for this to come in. So we have Punch Pink and we have Raspberry. My pink fans, this one's for you. I think we're going to put it on this particular piece. So what else is happening on here? We're going to start with a little bit of decoupage. We're using the Decoupage Queen paper number 3333. Of course, you can find all these on our website, vintageretailtherapy.com. If you're on YouTube or if you're watching on Facebook, hashtag website, one word, no spaces, will get you a direct link into your Facebook Messenger, and then you can go and shop. Everything is in categories. Pentart is in one category, Finnabair, pre-made molds, all the good stuff. So this is what we're going to be using, again, because Mara did not want to have to paint the inside, and I needed it to match. So I thought this was a pretty good match. So let's start with some liquid patina. Let me get, oops, broken my china over there. I'm using the DIY liquid patina as a decoupage medium. Of course, you can use whatever it is that is your preference. We're going to be doing some stenciling. We're going to be using one of the new Diva Design stencil. And let's get this on the side. And let's add, and let me move my camera around a little bit. And then let's get this down right there. Right there. Hello, mister. Mister, what'd you do with my scissors? I have them here somewhere. All right, can you grab me a pair of scissors? You're just in time. Ah. Oh, good lordy, lordy. I was going to cut this afterwards. All right, a pair of scissors. Can you grab me a pair of scissors, please? Please, please, please. I love this paper. Get our decoupage medium and a soft brush. It'll be in the comments in a minute. I am just going to trim this off. Normally I trim it afterwards, but I am going to trim the top and the sides so I don't have to sand that afterwards. Don't you think that'll look really cute? I'm thinking this is the raspberry. I think the punch pink is going to match much, much better. Much better. Just waiting on those scissors. I had some scissors here a minute ago. I feel like the absent-minded professor sometimes. No scissors? Can you look on that side?
What side?
This side here? The side that's I'm not on?
Sarcasm.
It's a free service we offer.
Yeah.
Well, guess what we're going to use? Ah! This has got to be a pair of scissors around here somewhere. All right, let's just cut this off. I'm going to find it as soon as I finish cutting this. You know that, don't you? Have to do 2 of those. Let me just do this here. This came out in the latest release with the Decoupage Queen Spring release. I have not used this paper yet, which is a huge shocker.
Huge. There's an H in that letter.
Huge shocker.
Huge.
Huge.
Not
if
huge.
you're from
huge.
Brooklyn, it's huge.
Yeah, well, if you're from the where they speak regular English upstate, it's huge.
Well, don't be busting my chops, mister. Don't be busting my chops.
I don't see any scissors.
I'm letting you slide because you came late.
Well, I had a reason.
So, there's always a reason.
No scissors.
No scissors. I'm just going to add this. Okay, I'll just sand it off. I'll just sand it off, and I think I may trim this ahead of time while my paper is dry. I don't normally do this, but that's okay. Okay. Let's get our liquid patina on there.
No scissors.
I already have your tickets. Oh, they're here.
You pulled those already?
I did. All right. I'm adding a generous coat. Of course, rice paper is very forgiving. Even if I get it in the wrong spot, I could pull it off and do it again. And I'm going to be adding that right there. And we're going to take our little squeegee. We have these in pink and in black, but my goodness, why wouldn't you want a pink one? Why wouldn't you want a pink one?
Linda, I didn't cook anything for dinner.
Oh, I was thinking about food too. I was telling Ruth. I said, Fridays is so hard because I don't eat much when I'm here. By the time I get home, I'm starved. Oh, look, he showed up with his cookies.
No, I didn't. These are the cookies that are up there.
That's the first thing he did was to get his cookies.
Hello, Charlotte.
All right.
And hello, Lori Slate.
And this is going to have to be sanded off. My paper's dry, so... Sanding off pretty good.
From Ireland, I collected the scissors in my house last month, and I had 29 of them.
Oh, you serious?
But I was always losing them.
No kidding. Well, I sure could use one right about now, girlfriend. I sure could. Not gonna
Betty
lie.
Wiggins says, is that A3 or A4 size?
This is A4 size. A4 size number 3333 on our website. There's over 3,000 decoupage papers on our website. So you are sure to find something that you just can't live without. All right, and I have excess, you guys. I save everything. A lot of you know I also make jewelry, so that would be a great piece.
Hello, Liz.
Hi, Liz.
Robin says, there's the puppers. She must have seen the dog.
Yeah, did they pop in the screen? Those of you that are new, we have two golden doodles. They are biological sisters, about 3 years apart. And of course, we have 3 dogs total. And they all have French names. We have Coco, Vivienne, and Gigi. And they run the house, trust me. Did they get into any trouble today?
No.
Well, that's amazing. All right, so we are going to put just a quick top coat on top of my paper, and I'm loving it already. But what's not to love about Harlequin? It definitely is better than that pink color that it was. It's definitely more grown up now. All right, let's dry that just a little bit and then get some on the other side. Have a little do-over there. Do-over. And then we're going to be painting this. And look at how scrumptious that is going to be on there. Scrumpdelicious. Deliciousness right there. Right there, right there. They totally ruled the roost, Karen. Hey,
Laura
Kimberly.
says hello.
Hi,
from
Laura.
Vegas. Catherine Marsh says hello from Oregon.
Welcome, everybody. I'm glad you're joining us. Thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing if you're watching on YouTube. Hit the bell for notifications.
Hello, Sandy.
If you're on Facebook, you can tap your screen.
That's Debbie Man, Sister Young. I have priorities.
That's right. If you tap your screen, if you're on Facebook, there should be if you're not following, there will be an opportunity to follow. There'll be a follow button there. We sure would love that. I want this just dry enough so that I can turn it around. Yeah, that's just gonna look so good. Oh my gosh. I don't know what color it's gonna be. We have a new color. We have a few of the new Finnabair colors. And I'm looking at one right now across from me that might be delicious. But this is gonna be a two-parter. So, already looks
Tim's
good.
watching.
I saw that. All right, ready? Let's rock and roll. Let's do that. Do it to me one more time. All right. I'm gonna trim this while it's dry since my scissors are MIA.
Hello, Catherine.
Welcome, everybody. I'm so glad you're here.
Hello, Maureen. I like that paper.
I
So
love
does
it.
Debbie
I
Manchester
love
know.
this paper. What's not to like? Do I dare trim this first? No, I'll trim it after. I'll be brave.
Robin Song says hello.
Hi, Robin. All right, so we're starting with just a little at a time.
So, Tana says she just got in, and where did the gorgeous mold come from?
Oh, that's one of our pre-made molds on our website. It's new, actually.
Paula says hello from Tucson.
Number 149. Hi, Paula.
Karen
Little at
Brown
a
says, I
time.
think it's kind of like grandchildren spoiling them.
Totally. Absolutely. Those of you who have pets, you know, boy. I tell you what, it took everything we had to try to keep her off the bed at night. It used to be she'd come on the bed for a little bit and then she'd get down. Well, lately, she's snuggling up next to me like Yogi Bear.
Yogi Bear?
Yogi Bear.
Does she have a picnic basket?
She does. She does.
A picnic.
You guys, if you don't have one of these, they just make your life so much easier. And I love the fact that it's pink. I'm not saying we do have it in black, but
Ours are in beige.
what?
If you don't have one of these, are you talking about doodle dogs?
No, I'm not talking about doodle dogs. Pay attention.
I'm paying attention.
Keep up, keep up.
Okay. Come on, Debbie.
Normally I do this when it's
Jeanette
dry,
Everett
but
says hello.
who's that?
Jeanette Everett.
Hi, Jeanette.
Jeanette.
Oh, Jeanette. I had a friend named Jeanette.
She got her Happy Meal today.
You did? So if you are new here, we do send out tickets. All of our orders on our thank you notes will have a ticket, and we give away Happy Mail. Jeanette won Happy Mail last week. It's just a little way that we just say thank you and appreciate your business. And look, I got the extras. Scraps are gold.
Luann says happy date night.
Hey, Luann. Yeah, I think we're going to have to put the punch pink in the middle.
Jeanette says she loves it when Link sleeps over. Link must be her turkey.
I tell you what. We have a little one that sleeps in the bed, but she starts out the night. I got to tell you, I need to take a picture of this if he'd ever let me post it. She starts the night cuddled up in his arm, like really right in the crick of his arm. And the minute she gets into the bed, she waits for him to lay down, and then she goes and lays, and the dog, I've never heard a little dog that snores so loud. Right, and then sometime in the middle of the night, she gets up. I have a pillow right above my pillow, and she sleeps right above my head. But she's little, so you don't mind, right? Because she doesn't really get in the way. But those big ones, they're monsters. They're monsters.
Nancy Modell says, how are you feeling?
Hi,
Happy date
Nancy.
night.
I'm feeling so much better. Thank you. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I think the pink is going to be the color that we're going to put in between. Now, I could be fancy and I could put bling on there. That's an idea. But I do think this matches really, really nicely. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. You know, a lot can happen between tonight and next Friday.
Is this a two-parter?
This is a two-parter.
Is this part one?
This is part 2. You're just catching it at a different time.
Really?
No.
Oh.
Ay, ay, ay. You'd think you were new here. Let's dry this just enough, and then we're going to do some stenciling. Gosh, where is everybody tonight? What's everybody up to? Just enough to get it dry so that I don't lift that paper up. Next Saturday is a Diva Design Saturday. I will be live at 10 o'clock. I think a lot of you wanted to see layered stencils and shadowing.
Thank you,
so
Luann.
that's what we're going to do on Saturday. We are going to do a little bit here today. Part 1. I don't know if we'll probably do half of part 1 because you got to let it dry.
Julie Bishop says hello.
Hey, Jules.
Janet Taylor says hi, Mira and Rich.
I might have to paint these little
Kathy
accents.
Dean says this is so pretty. I have one I have to do for my daughter. Oh, okay.
Awesome.
I've had it for a few weeks now.
Kim's cooking dinner. What's for dinner, Kim?
Yeah, we're coming up.
Right? Seriously. All right. Now, let's get some stencils on there. I think you guys can still see. We're going to be using one of the new Diva Design stencil called
Carol Mansberry says good evening, Mira.
Little corners. Welcome, everybody. And I am going to, I might actually turn it this way, because what's going to happen is I'm going to knot that with my body. And then this way I can tape that.
Sandy says, I remember when we were at your home one evening when we were at your retreat in 2022 and Kim was holding Coco and wanted to bring her home with us.
Coco's so sweet. She is the sweetest dog ever. I've never had a dog that gives you hugs. She will literally, when you tell her, give me a hug, she leans right into you. Just the cutest thing ever.
Julie Bishop is asking, what is next month's challenge?
In group, next month's challenge is, I think we're doing florals or garden theme. You guys, if you're looking for a safe place to grow some creative muscle, come and join our membership group. We have so much fun. So much fun. We have prizes and giveaways. You get discounts on our website. We have monthly challenges. We do jewelry and soldering and floral and textiles.
I'm ready for the party to start.
I know. She's ready. Kind of wish I had a little bit. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of a shadow effect. Some of you may have remembered seeing me do this technique. This was actually done with the stencil that I'm going to be using now. However, you didn't know it was going to be one of my new stencils. It was a prototype that had come from production, so I actually did this project before the stencil went into production. So this is what we're going to be doing, this little shadow effect. But instead of paint, it's great with 2 colors of paint. We're going to explore some different options next Saturday. But we're going to do it, I think we're going to use, I was going to do the modeling paste, but I think we're going to try the Loft Spackle with this one. So this is new in the Paint Art line, and it's pretty fun.
Nora says, why are you are so funny. I think he's focused on the cookies.
I think so too, Nora.
Not on which part it is.
Exactly. I don't think I want black. I think I'm going to use the Black Schwartz, which is the Paint Art Decor Chalky. Black Schwartz. Just like that, you see? Black Schwartz. All right. I get a little punchy by the time Friday night comes. You guys, I've been here since 9 a.m.
Pamela Wilson Taylor says, I heard you have a new stencil group.
Actually, yes, Diva Designs. Babe, do you want to put the, can you go and grab the link and put it in there?
For Diva Design?
Yes, please. Do you know how to do that?
From the Facebook page?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you just go to the Facebook page, and then where the 3 dots are, you should be able to.
I know how to get to it.
Awesome. I don't know why I didn't pin it here yet. I should. It's just been busy, you guys. It has just been so busy. Busier than a 1-arm paper hanger. All right, so. Offload, offload, offload. Your boy, Luann says her boy's 85 pounds and lots of places to sleep, not on me. Oh, she will literally in the morning, you gotta see, she just plops herself right on me.
I can't get to the home page. I keep getting this.
You're better off with 2 light layers than 1 heavy layer. It really doesn't matter if you're a pouncer or a swirler. I tend to be more of a swirler, but I always start out with a little pouncy because just in case if I feel like I haven't offloaded enough, I'll be able to tell with that first pounce. I covered that just a little bit. And the reason I swirl is because I have such little paint on there. Like, look at this. There's hardly anything. That I can apply some pressure to my brush and not worry about any bleed through. You guys, I would love for you to follow that new stencil page and share it out. I'll be doing lives there every other week. We'll have some special guests once a month. The black gold, yes, it would be beautiful on here, Kathy. Who knows what's going to happen between this Friday and next Friday? I do want it just a little bit heavier. Not a lot, but just a little bit.
It's supposed to.
Thank you. Can you pin it?
I'm trying.
Okay, love. Thank you, hon. What a guy.
It's pinned.
We've been working on our YouTube channel, trying to clean it up, trying to get some good pictures. So if you're not following us on YouTube, go ahead and do that. And that link is actually down in the description where the other links are. And if you're watching us on YouTube, please ring that notifications bell. All right, I'm pretty happy with this. Lift straight up.
Kelly Woodland says that her daughter's female cat does the same thing.
Does she? Yeah, right in the crook of his arm.
That would be the armpit.
The armpit, okay. Could still be the crook of your arm.
The crick.
The crick.
Is what runs in the woods.
Only if you're a country boy like you. There's no crooks in Brooklyn.
And some people would pronounce it creek.
There's no creeks or crooks in Brooklyn. Oh my goodness. You guys, we have a country mouse, city mouse situation going on in this relationship.
Linda Ruby says hello.
Hi, Linda. Oh, Lynn. You said Lynn, didn't you?
I said Lynn, yes. Lynn
Sorry.
Ayubi. I used to work with the guy.
You did?
Yeah, he quit. No, he quit. Tesco.
He quit when you showed up?
No, he quit Tesco in Baltimore and he moved back to Morocco.
Oh my gosh, Morocco. I've never been to Morocco. I've been all through Europe. What's the most exotic place you've ever been, Rich? I think you would say probably Spain. I mean, not Spain. Trying to think of where you lived. Where did you live that one year?
Korea?
No, not Korea. Like a nice place that people want to go visit.
Korea's nice.
Well, no, I know, but I mean like a vacation place.
Where I live?
Yes, don't you remember when you did that summer in, I thought it was in Spain somewhere, because you told me to eat rice and black beans for like a year.
Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Sao Paulo, Brazil.
It was only 3 months.
Well, you know, whatever. You know I exaggerate.
Yeah. In the end, it's
Hi, Carol Jean. Thank you, Lynn, for sprinkling. I so appreciate that. All right, we need to offload
Thank you,
again.
Debbie Manchester Young. Crook of the arm is the elbow.
Ah, is that right?
Yes.
See?
From where I able. Me too, Debbie.
Well, you're teaching this city girl something then. All right. Let's.
Bali? No. Never been to Bali.
So, what's the most exotic place you guys have been?
Me?
No, I'm asking them. I mean, the areas that I've traveled, I've been to Spain. Of course, I've been to Puerto Rico. I'm not sure that I would call that an exotic place, but lived in Europe for 3 years. Did a lot of traveling. but again, not necessarily exotic. Guess what? I got Mr. Stink Eye to agree to take me for our 30th anniversary to Europe. We're going to go to Italy and England and France. Of course, we have 2 years to go, or 1 year to go. 1.5 years to go. Isn't that awesome? Debbie.
Yes, Debbie, we do.
Yeah, he's from upstate New York, which is, they don't talk like we did.
We talk normally.
They actually pronunciated their words. But you know, here's the thing, you don't know what you don't know. I just assumed everybody sounded like I did growing up. It wasn't until I moved to California that people would say, you're from New York, right? I could tell. I would like, really? How did you know?
Nora said the Bahamas and Hawaii.
Oh, I love Hawaii. All right, lift, straight up.
I've been to both, but only the Bahamas.
We're going to do something here. Don't know what. I'm open to suggestions. Should we put one of those new molds in the middle? That sure would be pretty.
Carol says the desert in Alaska.
I didn't know Alaska had a desert either. Nora lived in Australia and visited New Zealand. I'd love to do that. I'd love to travel.
Nora lived in Europe for 2 years.
All right, what do you guys think? Baroque corners, really, really great. We have a couple of options. There's so much variety on this stencil. I literally could take this piece right here and add it to the middle.
Robin lived in a place I can't even pronounce.
I could add just this piece right in here. I could add a mold. What do you think we should do, you guys? We have an open space there, and you know that doesn't work. That doesn't work for me. I'm looking at this Hearts of Fire stencil. What do you think? Let's get some suggestions. We'll pick something next week. All right, now we're going to take this.
Sandy likes the stencil.
Thank you, Sandy. We are going to place it where it was
Shauna
originally.
Says, hello, she just lost track of the time.
Hi, Shauna. Yeah, you guys are starting to pile on. There, everybody's coming now. There she comes. All right, now you can either shift left or shift right or shift up or shift down. In this case, I think I'm going to, I don't want to shift up because I'm moving off the
Darlene
board.
Dent has asked if you're familiar with the Prudenco hounds from Spain.
I am not. All right, do I want to shift up or do I want to shift down? Let me think. Decisions. If I shift down, I'm taking up space in here. If I shift over, now let's do up. Let's shift up. You can see how, okay, I want you guys to see this, catch this, okay? You're right where you are, and then just ever so slightly, doesn't have to be a lot. It needs to be taped down really well, which I don't have it taped down really well, because it's in a persnickety spot. And I think I'm going to do, you can use modeling paste, I think just for something different. I think I'm going to try the Loft Spackle. I really haven't played with this yet. And I think it's just going to be a light coating. Where do I want it? I'm thinking, do I want to use, this has got a little bit of a grit, and if it gets sanded once it's dry, it almost has like a concrete-ish look. So, I'm okay. It is not perfect.
Veronica Bourgeois says hello.
Hey, Veronica.
Shauna says she loves the stencil. Decided to get hers just for her.
Those of you who supported our stencil release, thank you so
Nora
much.
Diaz sent you some stars.
Thank you, Nora, for the stars. little piece right here, kind of bugging me. Now, I can't do both sides right now because this has got to dry. Welcome, Australia. I'm so glad you're here. Straight up.
Look
at that. Look at that. How beautiful is that?
Western Australia. That's way on the other part. That's on the other side.
All right, I'm just going to remove the excess because I hate to waste. I'm going to put it back. So this is the Loft Spackle. It does have a grit. Once this gets dry, we can go over it and it will give us kind of like, oops, it's got a little bit of that dark paint on there. Maybe I don't want to save that. All right. Can I get you to rinse this for me, please? You want to make sure that you rinse it right away, and I'll take over comments. You've wanted to travel, but your husband can't travel. It's funny that you mentioned New Zealand. I asked my son if he wanted to go on a Viking cruise from Australia to New Zealand. He said, heck yes, that's awesome. I hope you get to go soon because I love to travel. But I gotta say, I have to admit, I've never been on a cruise. I was a little bit, I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared. I don't know why. I see pictures of those big old boats and I think, holy smokes. Let me show you this. So clearly you can see why we'll have to do the next one next Friday because this is going to be completely dry. Yeah, you can watch. It's not very much, Sandy. You can watch it. Wash it in the sink. I typically will remove all the excess and then I'll take a paper towel. So I'm not really washing a whole lot of it. Okay, Jeanette, I will. Lynn, be safe. As soon as you can sell one of your kids. Oh, I got it now. Ha! I tell you what, you can get some good money for plasma. I'm just saying. You love this technique? Thank you, Pamela. Which of your personal stencils do you use the most and is the most versatile? Well, I think this, out of the new collection, this one and the borders, they were made to go together. I think they are must-haves because there's so much variety on them. Look at that, how gorgeous that is. And this is raised, so once this gets dried, we'll do this one next Friday. I just want to dry this enough so that I don't get it smushed. No smushing allowed.
No, stay down, stay down. Stay down. Stay. Vivian. Oh.
Yeah, trying to get her moved is like, oh my gosh. Veronica, you've been 4 times on a cruise? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm
So
always
Sandy
so tempted
says
to want to
Spackle
touch it.
can be washed in the sink?
Yes, I mentioned that. I answered that.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd recommend it.
I wouldn't do a lot of it, but I think if you wipe it off, remove the excess, wipe it down, so you're not doing very much. So the Loft Spackle is a little lighter in consistency, and it does have a bit of a grit to it. Once this is hard, I can go over it real, and it'll get like shiny, almost like a concrete-ish kind of look. It's really cool. All right, so now that we've established our top, which I'm loving, by the way, I'm still looking for suggestions for here. If we add a mold, if we should do another stencil, perhaps. I do need that stencil, though, sweetie. I think we're going to use. I think we are going to use it again. So this is what's odd about this piece.
It's wet.
Check this out, yes. This actually fits on top of this. This one I couldn't get out yet. I need one of those little tiny screws. And then this actually sits on top of this drawer. So it's made kind of interesting. So I think what we're going to do is, I think we're going to add a stencil here and then probably add a mold on top of a stencil. Or at least that's kind of my plan. So let's set this to the side.
Paper towel?
I do have paper towel over here. And I think I'm going to do this one. I just finished cleaning that the rest of the way. It's not cleaned very well. It's still kind of dark.
Kathy D's going to take a week off and drive through the state. That's nice.
Kathy, you still need to get here with Charles, sister. I'm waiting. I think we're going to do this one in the center of each one. So let's remove all of this. This can stay. Let's dry this just a little bit.
Pam Taylor's asking, where did you get the cabinet?
I bought it at the Goodwill. $7.99. Check it out. You guys, when I go visit Mom in Vegas, one of my favorite things to do, Wednesday is 40% off for seniors. It was $7.99 and 40% off. It was like, how could I not get it? How could I not get
So
it?
it was a little over $4.
By the time we get done with it, and if you saw my before teaser picture, it was adorable for like a 5-year-old. But it's going to look so elegant by the time we get done. Is that my friend Kimberly from Crazy Craft Company? Hey sister, how are you? I'm glad you popped on. Rich is supposed to be reading comments, but he's not always on the ball. No mold at the bottom, it takes away. Okay, this is my pouch. My private group ride. Hold on, I'm in the wrong spot now. There we are. I know Debbie always loves script. I always make, you would not believe what I come home with. So many treasures. I had to stop because you guys, I got out of my booth because we have a brick and mortar, so I had no business being in a booth. But when we moved from the big store to the small store, that stuff had to go somewhere. So I'm thinking, this is wet. This is not a good deal over here.
That's what it has to be.
I got it, love. All right, so I think we're going to do this in the middle. And while I'm stenciling this, do you want to do some numbers?
Sure.
All right, now I'm thinking, is my OCD going to kick in? If I don't get it in the middle, I'll just paint over it and do it again.
Kathy Moore Butcher says hello.
Hi, Kathy. I tagged you in the group. You may want to check it out. All right. So we're going to offload. I think I'm going to add a mold on top of this. I think I'm going to do a keyhole mold. And I think I need another paper towel to offload.
We had 2 winners last week. Well, actually, one was a winner from earlier, but still.
So get your tickets out, ladies, or if you have any DIY questions, now's the time to ask them.
Joanne is in, Kathy says Joanne is in this last week 50 to 70% off. They have so much to offer. Jewelry at 70% off.
You know what? I went to the Joann's in Vegas. It was poopity oop. It really was not that great. I'm not gonna lie.
Did you wanted a sewing machine? Did you look to see if they had the kind?
They do, but
Any good?
no, it's not. And not it wasn't any good. I just didn't know that. I think I'm putting because I've got 2 serges and 2 sewing machines. Although I want a new one. I want an embroidery
And
machine.
2 Cricut machines.
Shush.
So we give me one of those.
Hush. I want a jewelry saw because we're gonna make some broken china jewelry in our group.
Can
so
you make it with a Cricut?
you can't make it with a Cricut.
Oh, because it's still in the box.
Shush.
Yes, ma'am.
It's off center.
What?
Major off center.
The Cricut.
Major off center. So this is what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to paint over it.
Jeanette,
That's okay.
Jeanette said their Joann's already closed.
Yeah, a lot of them. My girlfriend
That's so
Nicole
sad.
just got like a whole bunch of stuff for like $2. Look
Who?
at that. I got schmutz. Nicole. Yeah, that's way off center. I really do need to mark this,
Catherine
don't I?
Lukowski says same with her local winning. I guess they're closed too.
Yeah, it's just down to like the crud. Okay, somewhere
else have
here
we
I
do
have
it,
a roller. I should have done this from the beginning. But that's okay. I'll paint over it again.
It's kind of sad actually. How long have they been in business?
They've been in business a long time.
Every man says you get rich. That didn't matter.
What does it matter?
I believe it's the Cricut that's still in
The
the box.
Cricut. You know what? He's busting my chops because I have 2 Cricut machines and I don't know how to use either one of them. That's not true. The first one, the old one with the cartridges, I know how to use that one. The new one, not so much. I've had it for probably like 3 years in the box. Isn't that a shame? It's a sin to waste craft supplies. I know it is. Catherine says she still spent over $100. Yeah, I've heard the prices are really good.
Kathy Dean says hers is full of stuff at great prices.
Can you buy online? Probably have too much paint. I can tell you that right now. But that's what happens sometimes when you're live. You don't put attention, like Yasmin says. All right, now I'm in the middle. Now we're cooking with gas. And I think we're gonna do a mold right over that. So I have one more here at the top, although this is going there. This is going there. That one's getting done over. And can I do this one without cutting my stencil? I think I can. I think I can. So, look how great these knobs look. Can I tell you how happy I am with these knobs? So happy. They were plain and they were flat. I added the IOD rosettes mold. And then look how sweet they're going to be. Delicious. Did I check on your site about those stencil brushes? Yes, Charlotte, they're all there. They're all there. All our brushes are in stock. We have a ton of brushes. There is one particular brand that we were carrying that we don't have. So I think when you saw out of stock, I think it was probably one of those. Because if you click on it, there's a bunch of variants. My favorites are this is the 1 1/4. I love the 1 1/4. My next favorite is the 1 inch. 1 1/4 and 1 inch. And you know I'm being brave by doing this, but the knobs are so good, and they were flat. And initially I thought, oh, I'll just replace the knobs. And I thought, my gosh. So here's where cheap Mara kicked in. You don't need to replace the knobs. Just throw a little bit of clay on there. And shebangy. That's all it took.
Started 43 years ago, or 83 years ago.
Joanne started 83 years ago.
1943.
Oh, how sad. Lynn says they're not selling online, so you can't go online and get any deals.
Sandy says she sold both of her crickets.
You did, Sandy? I have a local friend, and she's a big quilter, and she uses her cricket. She uses her cricket a lot. So I think I'm gonna have her come into our group and give us a cricket lesson. All right, you want to do numbers?
Sure.
So see, I messed up. 2 out of 3 is not bad. So this is going to go over here. We're going to add those knobs. This one is going to go here.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, the first color is pink. And the first number is 588 823.
588 823. Right.
Pink.
Pink. I think we are going to paint these with
The second number is pink. It's 588 825. You didn't sort these very well.
Did you see the other one of these by any chance? Darling?
What do you mean the other one of those?
I had 2 of these.
Same thing?
Same thing.
Nope.
Alright, well,
I see it now though.
you do?
Yeah.
Where?
Over there.
No, I think that's Ruth.
Let me see. That's not it over there?
I mean, it is it, but I think that's the one that's dedicated for our website. Alright, we're gonna, so a lot of you know if you are
Wait a
using resin molds,
The second pink. You didn't repeat. 588 825.
588 825. If you're doing resin molds, they do need to be primed. Otherwise your paint will not stick. So I'm
Yeah.
using the heavy gesso white, the Finnabair.
Craft Crazy Company says you're in Temecula next to her. No.
Yes,
You are?
I am.
We're in
Well, I'm
Fallbrook.
in Fallbrook, which is right outside of Temecula, Kimberly. We need to get together, girlfriend. We're way too close not to be shenanigating.
The next color is red.
Guess what's right in front of me? The scissors. You planted them there when I wasn't looking, didn't you? I know you
The
did.
next color is red. 360 3608.
360 3608.
What color?
Red.
Very good.
Do I get a cookie?
You don't get cookies to made them
I know. You ate them
Oh,
all. Plus
wait a
I'm on
minute.
a diet because I'm chunky.
all. Wait a minute.
Do we have a winner?
I think we got a winner. 588 825. Yes.
Who won?
Janet Taylor Burgers.
Janet! Whoop whoop!
Janet,
Congratulations!
You got a pen here?
I have a marker.
No, it's too big.
Here's a pen.
I wrote her
See?
name on the back of this.
Yay! Put it by the register. Janet, message our Facebook business page with a picture of your ticket, also your mailing address and name, even if you think we already have it, which I'm pretty sure we do, because,
Yeah, we
but still, just to make it easy for Ruth. Ruth will be here tomorrow. She'll get you out some Happy Mail. So this is a new mold in the shop. There's one more I want to show you. Gorgeous, by the way. I was going to use this one originally.
have. Okay.
On the
I
side.
think I only did one red. So here comes the second red. 360 36. Oh, I did that one. I recognize the number. I did both reds.
You did.
Let me do the reds again, just in
No.
case. 360 4468.
360 4468.
360 3608.
360 3608.
Yep.
All right, make sure you get the sides. So this is going to dry. I will paint this out. I'm thinking to paint it in a pink, but I don't know what shade yet. We have one of the new Finnabair colors that I think will work well, but if not, I'll do it in, I might leave it in white. I don't know, we'll see.
Linda Merrill says she wants new numbers. I'll send you some, Linda.
Hi, Linda. I didn't see you pop on. Sorry if I'm missing y'all's comment. And if you're new, please let us know if you're new.
So the next one is blue. 23072 -226.
23072-226. Thank you, Kimberly. I love soldering. Soldering is my jam. We do a lot of jewelry in our membership group, and this is one of the pieces that we did.
The other blue one
And
is
I do love it.
23991-650.
I want to make another one with my mom. Sorry. It's like nudging me.
You're supposed to repeat.
What was that again?
23991-650.
There you go. What he said. 23991-650. Hi, Brenda. Wilma. Hey, Anna.
So the next one is lavender. Speaking of which,
All right.
the manifold head underneath our lilac tree, which comes in lavender,
Is that what broke this morning?
rained all night.
We had water
And then I
running
got a
all
letter-
night
then
long.
we got an
That's
email.
why I felt like I had to go to the bathroom all night.
Okay. And then we got a text from the water company saying, you have an unusual amount of water being
I
used.
tell you what, those pipes break, and it just was
Well, it's
ridiculous.
not the pipe though, it's the manifold, the valve.
Oh, okay. All right, so this is going to be on the side.
Okay, getting back to lavender, as in the lilac tree. Or
That's going
lilac
to be
tree.
on the side. I don't know what color it's going to be. I might just leave it painted in white and then just maybe put some dark wax on there. Am I not paying attention to you?
I'm trying to get a
Nudging me
number.
again.
157212.
157212.
Lavender.
Lavender. All right, I think I'd like to try this. This is top coated, so I can always wipe it back if I hate it. But I think we're going to try.
Kelly, you want to explain how you get the tickets to Kelly Wooden?
Tickets are given. You want to go grab a thank you note? Every order that comes in through our website, #website if you're on Facebook, and vintageretailtherapy.com if you're on YouTube. Every order gets a thank you note. Every thank you note has a ticket. We do Happy Mail on Friday nights. So when you order, this is what you get. You get a thank you note, and then it says here, please keep this ticket for giveaways every Friday night on date night. So that's the story of the ticket. Let's see about this color and see if we like it. This is new in the shop, and I've been itching to try this.
Did I say all the lavender numbers now?
I don't know what you did. You keep nudging me though, so apparently what.
Okay, we're going to do the lavender numbers again. 157334.
157334. Okay, here's the deal. Whoops.
Quiet, please.
Quiet, please.
Yes. In 157212.
Are you running the show now?
157212.
I'm rethinking this. I'm thinking we should put bling on here instead, maybe.
You didn't repeat 157212.
I'm sorry. I'm kind of working here. Let's see if we like it. Let's see. Should we put bling? Let me know in the comments.
Liz Mona says she's looking at the top of your hair and it looks very nice and clean and shiny.
Thank you. Fresh shampoo yesterday. And I actually went to the hairdresser while I was in Vegas, and she gave me a new conditioner. She said it'd make my hair super shiny. I'm growing out my blondes, so I'm going a little bit darker for
The
now.
last ones are white tickets. You need to
I need to pay attention.
pay attention.
Oy
White
vey.
tickets. The first one is 3929168.
3929168. There, how'd I do?
Good.
We're gonna test it on this to see if we like it. Or do we put bling? That's very sweet. That
Tim
is very
says you need
sweet.
to post a picture of the tickets. And the second white ticket is 3928694.
What do you think?
I think
Bling?
you should repeat.
Do we do bling or do we do contour pen?
Yeah.
Say it again.
3928694.
3928694. 8675309.
Pennsylvania 65000.
What do you think? Bling? Are we thinking bling, ladies, or are we thinking bling? Yeah, see, I'm thinking Nora says no white ticket. Didn't we have a white ticket?
Yeah, I just read them both.
You just read them both. Okay.
Yep. I'll do them again. 392-9168
Everybody's saying bling.
and 392-8694. Those are white.
The pen is pretty, but everybody's saying bling. We have 1, 2, 3 blinks. But the pen is pretty, though. Look at that. Super pretty. But I'm kind of thinking, let's look at this for a minute. Maybe this will be the deciding factor. Because if we do bling, there's not going to be very much of it. Because we just have this. Rich, should we let you decide? Do we do bling in between, or do we do the pen?
Yes, Janet. I was always a. I have a. Can I tell my short story?
No, I think you need to answer.
What's the question?
Bling in between each one,
Whatever the ladies say.
or since when do you take that attitude? You're always
Always.
telling me what to do.
Always.
Or do we put the pen? What do you think? Let's put the pen and just see if we like it. I think the pen is sweet. I think the pen is sweet. I don't know. I can't decide, you guys. I can't decide. Maybe we'll wait until next week. Lori likes the pen. The pen is pretty. The pen is pretty. It's just hard to see. You're not going to really see it all that much because it's very, very subtle. But you know what? Let's just do the pen.
See a lot of pins.
It's a new color, so I've been wanting to try it.
Carol Mansbury says goodbye, everyone. She's going to buy a Mirror Original stencil. Have a great night.
Hey, Carol, make sure that you are logged in. So when you shop on our website, if you create an account, and if you're logged in every time, you're going to start earning loyalty points. Make sure you signed up for our newsletters on our website because you'll get not only the calendar of the week,
Rebecca's asking what is that pen?
but this is the Pentart Contour Liner, and this color is called Punch Pink, or just Punch.
And Catherine Marsh is asking, is it for a child or an adult?
It's going to be for an adult.
Last ticket, anyone? The last ticket? Meaning the number? Robin?
This is a whole lot of pinning to do.
So Liz Motors asking is that she can't hardly see it. She wants to know, is it pink or is it gold?
It's pink. It's pink. It's very, very subtle. It matches really pretty. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but it's very subtle. If I change my mind, I can always put
You change your mind? Never.
no, right? These contour pens come in about 12 different colors. They are on our website under the Pentart category.
Janet Stritzel says, hello, finally joining after cutting hair.
Hey, Janet.
Lynn Rose, yes, the pink numbers. Oh, there's only one left. So it's 588823.
I do love this pink. It's
Yes,
really
Janet,
subtle.
we already did. Sorry.
It's probably too subtle to see it on the camera. But when this goes into auction, you'll be happy that it's there because it's just enough zhuzh
What are
to
you
make
doing?
it pretty. I'm adding
Oh, way to go, Tina.
the contour pen. Did Tina win?
No, she had them all written down because Janet was asking if we already called him and she just popped it right up there. Good job.
Right on, sister. All right, let's do a little bit of a recap.
Thank you, Tina.
We started with a thrifted $7.99 plus 40% off jewelry cabinet. We put Decoupage rice paper number 3333 on the sides.
Last number was white, I believe, Robin, and it was 3928694.
We added the Baroque corner stencil, and we did a really cool little shadow effect on there. We added another portion of the Baroque stencil in the front.
So Jeanette's asking a question. She says, won't the mold smush the dots?
Yeah, but that's okay. It's okay. It's very little. I'm not going to add the mold until this is dry. I added on top of these flat knobs, I added the IOD rosettes mold. So it's really going to zhuzh it up nicely. And then let me show you these sides. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? Look at how sweet that is. Really, really sweet. Because whoever buys it might not love bling as much as I do. And then here's that shadow effect right here that we created with the stencil. We just shifted it over ever so slightly, and we created a really cool shadow effect. Once this dries, I'm going to go ahead and give it a nice burnishing, and it's going to give it kind of like a cement look. We'll probably next week add some dark wax, do this other one here. I just stuck my finger in those. I knew that was going to happen. Poopity poop.
So
I have to
Rebecca
redo
says
that.
she's having a jewelry class next month, and we'll incorporate. That'll be done.
I love that. I love that. And then we are adding pre-made mold number 149 on the sides, and we will finish this next Friday, same time, 4 o'clock. Thank you so much for joining. For our newbies, I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to the shenanigans, and I will see you guys soon. Lives this week, if you aren't signed up for our email, Tuesday I'll be on Craft Around the Clock at 10 a.m. Pacific time, private group at 2, and then back here on the main page on Friday. Ciao for now. Bye-bye. God bless you guys.